Okay, everybody, hope you saw the video. Welcome to Part B, the commentary. Wow. We have seen the buses coming in. It's a free-for-all if you're an illegal immigrant. You get to stay in what is this, the right for housing? No, I'm sorry, the right to shelter laws kicked in for them, which I thought was only applicable to American citizens. Within 24 hours, right to shelter. They're getting free food. Free food. Don't forget, and I'm going to keep on harping on it, because I don't have one. I want that free Xbox. The free Xbox, free food, free cell phone. Another video I already just completed, which I'm going to load that up shortly for you all. In New York City, just the hotels alone, okay? The hotels alone are costing the average New York taxpayer $256 a day. So that equals, the average taxpayer is paying $17.92 a week in New York. Times 4 months, oh, you're paying $71.68 a month for the illegal immigrants who pay like zero because they just like got here. Yeah. And now for you Americans, the Republicans want to make it harder. Of course, they're for the rich. That's my opinion. But I'm not, I'm not a Democrat. So in case people want to, just so you know, and we can agree to disagree. People vote for different reasons. They're candidate of choice. But if you're an American, and if you are single, able-bodied, if you're an American and you have no children, you must work to get those food stamps. And guess what? You got to work 80 hours a month, 20 hours a week. And check this out. You're only going to get them for, did she say 3 months out of 36 months? So if you're saying 3 months out of 36 months, I think 36 months is 3 years. Sounds like yours is being capped. You're only going to get them for 3 months out of 36 months. So what do you do for the remainder of the time? I guess you just starve to death or make it do what it do. The other thing is when the lady asked about notification. She said there is no notification. So that's where the shock and awe, I think, will come in for the American. No notification. You're thinking, oh, yeah, I got these benefits and they haven't loaded on my car. They haven't done that. And then you call in and realize, yeah, you no longer qualify. So what are you supposed to do then? Then they want to up to age 55. I keep telling you, it seems, if from how I'm looking at things, it's like, okay, so no one really cares about the American taxpayer. You work, you pay all these taxes, and it's benefiting the ones at the top and benefiting those that's never paid a dime. We're talking about food stamps. Food. Sustenance. You have to have that to survive. So if you fall on hard times and you're expecting your tax dollars to pull you through, good luck. Good luck, Chuck. Don't see it happening. Do not see it happening. Now, if you notice, that's what they call single able-bodied people. So stop and think. You could get more help if you're a single parent, baby mama. So if you're a woman and you need help, my golly, you need some help. and you're trying to go to school and you're working, will not trust the Farians. You know, you're going to get what, 3 months out of 36 months? That's crazy. But if you go out there and become a baby mama, it'll change. Or you have a dependent now. Gee, you have a dependent, you might can get a voucher. Well, don't forget, in some states they are prioritizing the illegal, so you know. But you see how this is going? Because they automatically know if you're struggling like that and become a baby mama, you may not have any parenting skills yourself. You're struggling like that, then we already know that a lot of those children from fatherless homes end up in prison, end up a statistic. It's like they're punishing people. People fall on hard times. A lot of them going to fall on hard times, especially in New York. Oh, it's a coming, baby. In New York, you better believe it's coming. You can't get a hotel because they got the illegal immigrants in there. 140 hotels have contracts with the city. They're cutting back on services for the elderly when it comes to food. And if you have a 3-year-old, they're cutting off the free daycare for 3-year-olds. So all around, what do you see? They're taking from the American. When they listen, you have to know you're in serious trouble when it starts affecting things like food. We didn't say giving you a free car. When you see things where it's affecting food, you have to know that the country is in major trouble. I don't care how many people drive and smile. The country's in major trouble. The American citizen is in major trouble. The taxpayer, I think so. Because as you can see, fall on hard times, good luck, Chuck. I don't see anybody who has your back. The only security I can see besides the wealthy, comfortable people, the ones at the top, and the illegal immigrants. A lot of middle class people have lost their jobs. Unemployment, that's a joke. No income coming in. So if people don't have the income coming in to pay for their basic needs or what they've acquired thus far, they're going to start losing those things. You understand? It's not uncommon. I've heard people in business, middle class, going on food stamps. Now, most of them have families. But stop and think. You're going to tell an American citizen, you got to work those 80 hours to get the food stamps, where you got immigrants coming here, ain't working, don't have to do anything. They have never paid into the system, and it's your money. It's our money. I haven't paid jack squat and chilling all day. Just got here, just wait and see. They process me. They got a place to stay. They got food to eat. But you got what, 3 months out of 36? So I guess it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like it's anti-American. Then we got reports, the people just hanging around drinking, then they go outside, walk around, which they're free to walk around, they're already here, but allegedly just smoking, doing drugs, and drinking. But they're going to get fed. They're going to give them, it's not going to stop them for 3 months out of 36 months. That's for the American. When it gets to a point when you're doing this in regards to food, you have to know there is a serious problem. See, things like this, it makes it, in my opinion, it makes it hella harder for people to get out of poverty. You make a couple of steps, boop, snatch you back down. It makes it a whole lot harder to get out of poverty. You pull yourself up by your bootstraps. They tell black folks all the time. But guess what? You the one that took my damn boots. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. We already built the country for you, as Donald Trump acknowledged. Biden has not, but you're welcome. He thanked you for your vote and said, you've had my back. I've always had yours. And maybe he literally means keeping you back because, you know, I don't see any progress. Then a report says this could possibly affect 750,000 people. But hey, the illegal immigrant got food. And you think I'm joking when I say to you being starved out. Any American at the bottom, black, white, if you are the color of rainbow, if you are purple with a unicorn on your arm, anybody that's an American, you can walk around with a crown on your head all day or tell folks, well, I'm from Pluto. But financially, if you are a working class person or at the bottom, struggling trying to make it, this letting you know there is no backup for you. So a single person trying to get something going, get something off the ground, get something going, good luck with that. And here's the other part that I've seen that they haven't mentioned. Let's say you work those 80 hours a month for the food stamps. I mentioned it before. It happened to a young lady. It happened to Becky. And I just thought, you got to be kidding me. Do any kind of overtime, that can knock you out. You worked 8 hours a week, but they will also go by the money. They told that lady she didn't qualify for food stamp. She didn't even have a car because she made $3 over. So look what's happening to a lot of Americans at the bottom trying to make it. They don't want the vouchers, Section 8 vouchers. A lot of places don't want them. As we have learned, I've learned, the vouchers have an expiration date. If you're trying to go to school, what have you, good luck. You fall in hard times. Heck, give them food stamps. What are you talking about? 3 months, you'll get them out of 36 months. In New York City, to accommodate the illegal immigrants, they're cutting back on the benefits to help prisoners, when they get released. I guess to get them acclimated back into society. They're cutting back on those. They're cutting back on the meals for senior citizens. And it's cutting back on the free daycare for children age 3. So what I see, they're just take from the American. Take from the American. You are going nowhere. Take from the American. Take. And give it to the illegal immigrants. And you think I'm playing when you say you're being starved out. I mean, this is crazy. This was the craziest idea. So everybody, when he said he wants to invest in the illegal immigrant, and you're like, that's okay, I got you, yeah, I hope you're doing okay. Because a lot of people are not. And this is not sustainable. When people have an issue with food, people start to lose it. When they start having an issue with food, you better believe it, people start to lose it. That's when, what they say, the unraveling really begins. When people start having an issue with food, man, they will start to lose it. I kid you not. It's like, to me, the calm before the storm. It's like the purge. It's like it's a matter of time and it's going to be coming. The purge. People are not going to take it well. Oh, hell no, not at all. But don't forget now, people that haven't paid into the system, they're going to be okay. They've got a place to stay. Not just a shelter, but hotel rooms. And look at all the Americans that are homeless. Things may look good on Wall Street. Wall Street is never reflective of Main Street. Two different worlds. You can sell your Apple stock and get food. See, the people that need these programs, most of them, let's be real, they're not investing, can afford to invest. So they can't afford to invest, can't start a business. They don't want to tell you as an American, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Somebody came to me with that yesterday about people and getting a job. And I had to let the person have it. I said, you're really interesting. You want to talk about all these people that don't go get a job. There's jobs out there. When you go tell somebody who's an accountant to go work at Hungry Howie's, the pizza place, or work at Domino's? Why don't you go do it? There's always going to be jobs out there, but are those jobs sustainable? Some jobs are saying, oh, they're paying $15 an hour. And I have a news flash for you. The $15 an hour is not full-time work, it's part-time. So people kill me when you already got your list set up. And I do okay myself, I have other things that's in the work. So me, I just gotta, if I just work for the next year or two, hey, should be gravy. But things happen. But it's interesting how people, they already had their little setup. They want to holler about, oh, they can go do this, they can go do that. They want, if it's that easy, you think people are going to set up and lose everything that they have? I'm telling you, this sets a precedent for the Americans to know there is no safety net for you. There is no safety net. Like the man in Illinois, the black man went to get on the housing, the voucher program. They tell him they're prioritizing who, the immigrants. There is no safety net for you. When you see we have an issue, we're trying to, we're talking about feeding people some darn food. Look at all the money we send abroad. Look at corporate welfare. They're riding on jets on our money. You can snatch their butts back down and do coach. I've done it. Sit your butt in that seat. But no, look at all the corporate welfare. All the money we send abroad so we can have an influence. But now we got a problem feeding America. That is a bunch of BS. And no, I'm not. I am angry about that. Am I on the program? No, I'm not. But I have a thing called a heart. That's a bunch of bullshit. We're talking about food that people need to eat. This is crazy. You can only get this much. That's crazy. So that's how you know they're letting. We're on our own. All these voting for, we're on our own. When I heard this is crazy. This is part of the debt ceiling. Look at all the money that's going to, look up pork belly spending. They've been doing that BS for years. Pork belly spending. Well, we want to go ahead and spend $3 million to see why are all the toilets painted white. I want one that's yellow. You can't hardly find a yellow white. Who give a dang? It's not even important. It's not going to add or subtract to your life. We got a problem feeding people. Let me clarify. We have a problem feeding Americans, not illegal immigrants. We have a problem feeding Americans. So you got to make sure you work for those 3 months out of 36 months benefits for SNAP. That is an insult. That is an insult. Man, I wish some of these people could. I wish that are being affected by homeless. The right to shelter, I think it should be challenged. And not to be a rebel rouser, but I'll tell you one thing. I wish some of these Americans would sit up here if they could file a lawsuit on their right to shelter. Black folks in Chicago and New York, 56% homeless. What about you? Y'all voted for Mary Adams, I'm sure. I wish the Americans could challenge that. How the hell you have a right to shelter, which my understanding it was geared toward the Americans, but now it's just geared toward the illegal immigrants. To hell with the Americans. It doesn't matter, black, white, Hispanic, anybody. Veterans sitting up here homeless. Put your life on the line for the country. Where's your right to shelter? So as you can see, when people tell you something who they're going to invest in, might want to believe them. This right here is just shocking. No other country would do something this dumb to their citizens. To me, it's just like a betrayal. It's a betrayal. And as more people start losing what they have, they cannot find the income to sustain their current living standard. What do you think is going to happen? We already know what's going to happen. In the future, I'm afraid more people are going to need this. But the thing is, I think I can see from people I talk to, people that have theirs, they don't care about the poor. They don't care. They don't. They don't care about the poor. So this lets you know, like I said before, and I said way before that man was in Chicago, that black man tried to get those benefits for housing. I said before, you're gonna try to get those benefits, and they know how to pick and choose. I said it way before that went down. I said if you think because I'm already on the list, that don't mean a darn thing. They boot you off the darn list and go find Maria. They already told him they're prioritizing the immigrants. I told you it was gonna happen. Now we see. Time to wake up. Anybody still asleep, I feel for you. I hope you have a whole lot of money to support yourself. There is no safety net in the country, and that's what these programs are designed to do, to help people when they're down on their luck. But it seems these programs are helping everyone but the American. So yeah, the debt ceiling. We see what's in it for you. That is a joke. So 750,000 Americans may lose benefits. 750,000 Americans could possibly lose benefits for food. No notification. You won't find out, I guess, until you see that card hasn't. Are you going to use it? And he goes, and it's not working. Get embarrassed. Let me call and see what's going on. Oh, that's how you'll know. 3 months out of 36 months. So what do you do for the other time? Starve? Maybe just go sit and watch the immigrants eat. Maybe what the Americans should do is just try to go to one of the places and say, "Hey, I'm an illegal immigrant." Maybe we should try to do that, and maybe you'll get some help. But this here, you have to see there's a plan. Talk about starve them out. This will literally starve you out. You don't have food to eat. You don't have money to buy food. Will literally starve you out. What other country? Look at all the money to the Ukraine. And then they sitting up here have to ask them to cover up the little Nazi signs. Wow. Ados, you see that? You gotta be kidding me. It says billions in COVID-19 relief loss. Listen to this here. Of COVID, they said $280 billion was stolen. And then another number, it just flashed on my screen. It says 123 billion was wasted. That's on Fox Business Live. $280 billion of COVID relief was stolen. People committing fraud. And a lot of them that I've seen, that they've shown some that are foreigners. 123 billion was wasted. Oh, but we're going to put a cap on the food stamps for the American citizens. To me, that just sounds downright un-American. Anyway, thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And then out of all of that, the student loan payments are set to resume. That's a different video. Student loan payments are set to resume. So students who are trying to make it. Yeah, a lot of college kids are on food stamps. I guess you don't have any kids. You get those 3 months and to figure out the other 9 months how you're going to eat. 3 months out of 36 months. You have got to be kidding me. Again, to me, it just sounds downright un-American. And I'm out.